La la la. Hello. I don't know if you are listening. Let me see if the music is playing. Happy New Year! It's been a long time. I haven't done a live stream, and let's see how it goes. So first of all, I want to see if actually, let me see if I want to check. I'm just checking the sound. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, I just needed to check that. So it's 9 o'clock. It's 3 minutes to 9. But I don't hear the music. I can hear the music now. But I don't hear the music. I can hear the music now. But I don't hear the music. Okay, I know you can hear the music. I know you can hear me now. I'm just checking. Everything. 2 minutes tonight. Wow, it's been a long time. I had just been recording just table, and this is actually my hair. And this is the first live stream that I do. I don't know when was the last one that I did. Thank you very much for watching. I am Maje. I am your Tarotpolitan community host, and I welcome you to this evening where we are going to have a 12-month forecast for 2025. Today is Wednesday, 1st of January 2025. We are in a new moon in Aquarius, or going from Capricorn to Aquarius, and is quite a positive omen starting this new year. So I'm happy to have you here. If you're not around and you see the recording, thank you very much for watching. So first of all, for this year, I think we have to take into consideration that this year, 2025, is a number 9. And in Tarot, the number 9 is represented by the Hermit. So everything hermetic, everything related to Hermes, to Mercury, is this year is not about, I would say that it's not about so much about starting anything new, but to finish what we have started already. It's more about leaving things behind. It's about releasing what it doesn't serve anymore, letting go of things, and also the mundane, anything that is superficial. So now it's more like a transition year for between 2024 and 2026 is like a transition year. And the Hermit represents that. Represents, it's very spiritual. It's very about lighting the path. It also got a staff. So it's a bit slow. It's not about hurrying up or rushing up. It's more about taking time. So now that we have seen the number for today, for the year 2025, also I want to remind you that I have wrote a very good article in my website, www.tarotpolitan.com. In that website, in my page, Esoterica, I have covered with numerology, tarot, a bit of astrology, and a bit of mythology, the energy for 2025, looking just at the digits with tarot cards and numerology. So I invite you to read my blog post that is it got good information there and is well detailed to see the energy for 2025. So now that I have explained you a little bit this new year, this new beginning with the number 9, with the Hermit, let's look at the table and let me explain you. Before that, I remember. Before that, I'm going to use a new tarot. This time around, I have brought to you a new tarot that is called the Labyrinth Tarot by Luis Royo. Well, let me see with the lights. Yes, it's a beautiful tarot. It's from Fournier. It's also from, one of my favorites is the Spanish Fournier for tarot decks. So here is the tarot that we're going to work each individual month. But also I'm going to read quarterly. So we're going to have each individual month reading, and quarterly we're going to have also a card that represents that quarter's energy. So for the quarters, we're going to have the Aleister Crowley, the Thoth Tarot. Okay, now I have said that. So let me bring the table view so you can see the table. So here is the Labyrinth Tarot. Let me put this here. Yeah. And here is the 12-month reading in a, let's say, in a wheel, starting from January here and ending like clockwise here with December 2025. So what I'm gonna say, let me get used to I'm live. I can't edit anything. But I'm happy to see you. I'm happy that you see me as well. So, and after the quarters, we're gonna have 12 cards for each individual month. Then we're gonna have 4 more cards for each individual quarter. We start in the winter in the North Hemisphere now, and in the Southern Hemisphere it's the summer. So, and after the quarters, we're gonna have 1 card for the whole energy of each individual quarter put together. And then we're gonna compare that crown card, that card that overview the whole energy for the year, and we are going to add with the Hermit, because it's the energy for 2025, is the number 9. So then with the overall energy card for the reading, then I'm gonna add the Hermit. And we're going to add with numerology. And then we're going to have another card that combines the 2025 numerology energy, the Hermit, with the card that we have for the year. Okay, so shall we start? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you think about this reading and what are your expectations for 2025. So let's start by shuffling the cards. So I'm going to be looking at you. I'm not going to do reverse cards unless appears in the reading, because this reading is quite complicated already. And I need to focus on the numerology of each month and the tarot cards itself. So let me shuffle the cards. Let's think. Let's say meditate with each individual month: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and December 2025. What we need to know for each individual month. What we need to know. Okay. Now we have finished to shuffle the cards, and let's do an opening. Let's do an opening. The opening can be quite revealing as well. So we have in the center, let's say, the energy from today onwards. We have in the center the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, let me see that you can see properly. This is the beautiful tarot. The Four of Swords is an energy of resting, of taking a break, of reflecting, of taking energy, recharging. More than anything is recharging between two things. So this card invites us to reflect, maybe to do a life review, maybe to think about the last year, new year, what we need to take consideration there. And in the past, it comes from the past, from the moon. So a reflection especially about our emotions, our feelings, our home, our immediate surroundings, our security in the home. So the moon is also about inspiration, creativity. Implies many, many things. So I think this reflection here is about especially our feelings. Our feelings and emotion, creativity, let's say, even our shadow as well. Yeah, and in the future, it seems the Emperor. Let me show you here. So the Emperor is quite a patriarchal energy. We have the Emperor in the reading that I did for 2025. You got the Emperor there in the reading. And the Emperor represents a very patriarchal energy, but also represents authority over material things. It represents Mars as well, and or martial things. Represents the father, the businessman. So I think these emotions from the past with the moon and the Four of Swords and in the future, the Emperor reflects here on what we want to materialize. What are we ready to fight for? Whether to be more heroic, because the Emperor is about heroism. So to be more heroic, I think to be a bit more thicker skin, especially with our emotions, and taking time to reflect in what is it that we want to materialize, especially business-wise, especially security and stability. So I think this is the energy, the opening reflects a lot of where we are now. Now that we have seen the opening, let's begin with the first month, January, which energy we have, what is the Ten of Cups. Oh, and before we have the moon, a lot about the emotions and family and the ideal life. We're thinking I think, I think it will be good to think a lot about family and connections and, let's say, social forms that we enjoy, that we enjoy ourselves and we enjoy the company of others, community, the Ten of Cups. This is very positive to start the year with. And if we are not there yet, think about this in January. Have a positive affirmation about the type of emotions, how you want to start the year feeling. This is very important. And if you don't have family, if you're feeling maybe a bit disconnected, think about the Ten of Cups. What will be the ideal emotion? What will be the ideal setup, emotional setup in your life? So think about this in January. And also, I was thinking the moon, the Four of Swords, and the Emperor is 8. Hmm. About the opening. It's the number 8 in the opening, and it's about the strength of how we manage ourselves, our emotions, and what we want to achieve. But okay, so January, the Ten of Cups. Now, let's have a look at February. Is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is about triumph, recognition, victories, actions, things that we have accomplished, and we feel, lifted up. We feel proud about ourselves. We feel that we're going to make it, that we can make it. We feel that our people are happy about our achievements as well. So, oh, sorry, this is direct. This is live stream. So this is the Six of Wands for February. In February, I forgot to tell you. First, we're looking at the first number of the month. So January is the number 1, and the Ten of Cups, and the number 1 is 11, the Justice. So make justice to yourself, especially emotionally, and especially the communities and the links and the closeness that you want to create and you want to have. Then in February is an energy 2, is the second month of the year. And February, and the Six of Wands is the number 8. And we already had the number 8 in the opening. So this is about being practical, but I think it's also about achievements. What you have, if you haven't achieved your goals, or you're still working on your goals, what you have achieved so far. What is it that you can put in your badass list? Keep that in mind. On the third month of the year, March, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, the Nine of Swords in March. I think this could be a stressful event, especially related to expansion, creativity, the feminine, the mother, anything related to that. But also the 9 and 3, the number 3 from March, is 11, is the Justice. This is the second Justice that we have in the reading. So I think here, we may gonna feel challenged at some point, and we're gonna have to really work to don't allow that to affect us, to don't allow that to interfere with us. We're gonna have to really say, this is my center. Okay, this is challenging. Maybe I haven't expanded or expressed myself in the correct way, but I'm gonna try to find a middle point here, or a halfway, or maybe if it's with somebody. So now that we have the first quarter of the year, we are gonna calculate the first quarter of the year with numerology. So we have the Ten of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. This is very interesting because we have different elements, so different things are happening. There is not like a continuation. Different things will be significant at certain points in the first quarter of the year. But let's count now. So 10, 19, 20, 25. The total number is 7, and 7 is represented by the Chariot. Okay. So the first quarter of the year, overall, we have an energy of the Chariot, of movement, but also of intelligence, of planning, of feeling proud about ourselves, show off, but also about traveling and movement. This is a very important card to keep in mind when we have a goal, or when we want to go ahead on something, or we want to move, we want to have a direction. So the first quarter of the year is very important to have a direction, but also to feel confident about the direction that we're taking. This is very important, January, February, March, and we leave this card here, yeah, represented this quarter of the year. So 10, 19, 20, 26. Oh, 10, 19, 20, 25. 7. Yes, I'm correct. Sorry, I have to check because I got dyslexia. And sometimes the numbers, and also I'm counting Roman numbers and everything else. But anyway, let's carry on now. Now we have, after March, we enter in the equinox. During the equinox this year, we're going to have full moon eclipses and solar partial eclipses. So to pay attention between March and April for those eclipses, to work with the energy of the moon. And now let's go to the second quarter of the year, beginning with April and the energy of the 4, as you can see here. Yeah. So for this month, we have the 3 of Swords, and this could be a continuation of March, because something happened in March, and in April, we have the 3 of Swords. Okay, and the 3 and the energy of April 4 is 7, is the Chariot. We're going back to this Chariot here, something that we have to really be assertive and diligent and forward, don't look back. So this is something that it can hinder some sort of movement. The 3 of Swords is pain, obviously. It's not an easy card. And with the energy of the 4 marks a triumph. So something painful, but somehow is going to bring us forward to where we want. Maybe some sort of effort, some sort of, or something that we're going to have to cut off to add something else in order to balance, or in order to carry on. Yeah. Then the energy for May, the 5th month of the year, the number 5, is the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands, we have, okay, and we have also very different numbers along the year. Very different numbers that shows that there is a variety of things, and there is not a correlation with them. So, in a variety of elements, only now we have more air. March and April, we have more air. So we have to really, it could affect our psyche, but it could affect how we think. But in May, we have the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is fire. But it's also about celebration, about going back to places that make us happy, connecting with people that make us happy, some sort of event of celebration of importance in May. And 5 and 4 is 9, the Hermit. And that shows that I think we're reaching a goal. By May, there is a big call big accomplishments, and we are celebrating. We may be inviting people to celebrate with us. We maybe make some sort of event because we have actually accomplished something that have taken us a long time to achieve. And now we're going in the energy of June. June, the number 6. Oh, the King of Swords. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, you have the King of Swords for June. And June is represented with the number 6. And the number 6, and for me, the kings are the number 4, is because it's connected to the emperor. So 6 and 4 is 10, is the wheel of fortune, opportunities. Opportunities, but the King of Swords also represent people with ideals, people who can direct us, people who we exchange important communication or formal things that we may sign or put across in paper. So 6 and 10, 6 and 4, 10, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords, opportunities. Somebody, the King of Swords also represent people who are air signs or represent the air element. So anything that is intellect and the mind and organization, ideals, communication, direction. So somebody that it could come to us with some sort of opportunity, some sort of potential to create something with that person. And now we have the second quarter of the year, which in the Northern Hemisphere is the spring. And in the spring, we have the Three of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Swords again. Okay, so far, half of the year, a lot of the swords are repeating in the wands. So the air and the fire, ideas that are put into action. So keep that in mind for 2025, ideas that have been put into action. Then let's count the second quarter to find which energy we have for that quarter. And we have 4, 4, 8, 10, 11. 4, 4, 8, 10, 11. So we have the Justice. We have the Justice. Well, the Justice in the, we have 11, so we're going to put the number 11, but in the Aleister Crowley, as in the Marseille Tarot, or in this one that I'm using from Luis Arroyo, the Labyrinth, also uses the strength in the number 8, in the number 11. So we have a number 11 and we have the strength card in this number. Sorry. So for this energy, then we have 2 air, 1 fire, and the strength. Let's put it here, and the strength in the number 11. So, my nose. So, the strength represented the second quarter of the year when we have already fire here and we have the swords. This is definitely action. Whatever we're doing at this time, it got a lot of energy, it got a lot of impact. Yeah, it got a lot of energy and a lot of impact, especially, like I said before, in ideas that they have been put into action. So we're going to feel more confident here. Then let's carry on now with the third quarter of the year. And we're starting with July, and July is represented by the number 7. And we have the 4 of Cups. Oh, we got a little bit more of water here in July. And the 4 of Cups is neither, let's say, it's neither good or bad. It's almost like things are good, but they can be too easy, or things are good, but they can be too boring, or you need a bit more of excitement in life. You need a bit more of challenge. It's a bit like things are a bit in standstill. They can be positive. They can be a bit a bit wishy-washy. So July number 7 and the Four of Cups is the number 11. So we have another 11. 11 repetition of the justice. Repetition of the justice. But the justice here is the strength. So we don't have another justice with the Aleister Crowley because I'm just using the major arcana and I don't want to. Let's put what we have in the classic Swiss tarot, which is another strength represented by Hercules. This is the Swiss tarot, which is the classic tarot, and the strength is represented by Hercules, by a masculine figure. So we have Aleister Crowley, what is very sensual and is very almost about lust. Sorry. Lust and sexuality and anything like that. And then we have the strength in a more masculine figure, like overcoming the beast, no? I'm so powerful and so strong that I can overcome the beast, or I can tame the lion, if you think about it. So we have another 11, another 11 strength. Then we carry on. Sorry, the strength related to July, but actually this is not the quarter. Sorry, I got confused. I got a bit confused. Let me put it back where it belongs. And let's carry on with July. Yeah, we have another justice. Sorry, another strength, but it's not the quarter, it's this. The 7 and the 4 together is 11, the justice. And it represents that equilibrium, emotional equilibrium, and the maybe to see the things as they are, you know? Okay, maybe this can be a bit wishy-washy, but we get along with it. Then the energy for August, the number 8, is represented by the page or the Jack of Cups, as is represented in the labyrinth. So the Page of Cups is new people that we can connect emotionally. Somebody who can bring an idea or some sort of creative idea, somebody that we can connect with as a friend, but also represent could be the beginning of love. In August with the number 8. So the page for me doesn't have a number, represents the full, and the full is or no number or 0 completely, yeah? So 8, so here we have an 8. And here 8 is the justice. So I did recognize that the justice was coming again. I have the justice. So we have July, August, and then we have to look at September. Okay. In September, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is a very positive card. It's about properties. Some people say it's also it's about inheritance. But it's mainly about property, the physique, it's about trust, it's about accomplishment, it's about feeling also secure and powerful where you are in your position. So the 10 of Pentacles is in September. In September, the energy of September is the number 9. And the number 9 and the 10 is 19, is the let me close this. N19 represents the sun, which is a very positive card if we have it with the 10 of Pentacles. So this is not just security, stability, or good finance. This is also the joy of the security and stability and the finance that we have. Interesting enough. So now we have the third quarter, what is the autumn during 2024. Sorry, 2025. So now we can count 10 and 4, 14, the temperance. And the temperance represents the third quarter of 2025. The temperance is here. Okay. And this is a beautiful card by Aleister Crowley. Let me see. Yeah, you can. I think you can see it better. It's such a beautiful card. This temperance. So the temperance for Aleister Crowley is more magical. It's more about containing the natural forces or managing the natural forces as a magician will do. But also represents the self-healing card. It's the creative card, and actually Aleister Crowley called it art, the art of alchemy, the art of magic, the art of, but also the art of medicine and the art of healing. It represents that, and we have that for the third quarter of 2025, and we have it here. Now, let's carry on with October, the last quarter of the year. So, and we have the energy of the strength in the number 11. Let's see if you can see. Yeah, we have the strength in the number 11. It's such a beautiful card. And the strength here with the number 10 of October, here with the numerology of this tarot is 21, which is the world. So here is actually been very good at manifesting and controlling and maintaining certain things that they are in our hands. So here is a very good control over many things, not just ourselves, but our environment as well. And this belongs to October. And to November 2025, we have the number 11, and we have the 5 of Wands. Okay, the 5 of Wands is a bit complicated. It's a 5 and it's fire. So this is conflicts of interest. This is actually conflicts of interest, but this is also, when there is energy, but the energy is a bit like everywhere, or you have different things that they are pulling you in different directions, and you are a bit like, oh, what I do first, it's more like that. The 5 of Wands got a lot of energy, but the energy could be a bit all over the place, or there could be conflicts of interest, as I said before, or even immaturity in the way we approach things, or we act according to certain things. So that is the energy for 11, and 11 and 5 is the number 16, which represents the tower. And the tower is about change. It's about drastic change. So here I will say, be organized. Be organized, because otherwise you're going to be all over the place, and it will be in detriment of your own energy, of your own fire. Yeah. And then the card that represents December 2025, the number 12. And here we have the King of Pentacles. And actually, the King of Pentacles normally is Capricorn, and is around this time of the year. Okay. So 12 and 4 from the King is 16. So here is another tower, is another change. It can be like a professional change. It seems to be a positive change because it's a king, and he got authority, and he got experience. Or it could be better paid, and an energy that is better paid. And So this is the 12th card for December, and now let's see the energy for the last quarter of 2025 to see what happens. The last quarter is 11, 5, and 4. This is 20. 19, 20, yeah. So we have the judgment in the last quarter. We have to analyze, we have to wake up, we have to transform ourselves. For Alistair Crowley, actually the judgment for him implied a new aeon, a new era, a new time. Also, we can say that the judgment is about karma, it's about releasing karma, it's about a new paradigms, new histories, new things to look forward, but also about transformation, like a final call to change, to be more alert, to be more awake. But also is to make analysis, is to understand, okay, I'm going along with this, I'm not going along with that. It's more like that. It's about being discriminative with certain things in our life, not people, certain things. So this is the energy for the last quarter of 2025, and I'm gonna put it here. And now that we have, now we have as you can see in the table, we have the 4 quarters. We have the 12 months, yeah, and we have the 4 quarters of the year as well analyzed, and we have look after. Okay, so now let's put together each individual quarter with the numerology of each individual card to see the overall or the crown card energy for this year. So we have the first quarter represented by the Chariot is the number 7. The second quarter is represented by the Strength in the number 11. And the third quarter is represented by the number 14 by the Temperance. And the last quarter is represented by the number 20. And fair enough, like we are in the 2025. And we have the Judgment. And now we're going to count. So 20, 30, 34, 35, 45, 50, 52. Let me count again to make sure that I'm counting everything correctly. So 20, 30, 40, 44, 45, 50, 52, 5 and 2. And this is 7 and it's the Chariot. So let's put a Chariot here from the Swiss Tarot. Oh, this is the Swiss Tarot that it looked like a bit of like a Lenormand because it's almost like two different things. Well, so we have the 7, and we already have a 7 in the reading. This is definitely movement, traveling, 2 important trips this year that they're gonna happen, or we're gonna have to really put our energy into do it. So we have the 7 as an overall energy from the quarters numerology. And we're going to put it here. Now, as you see, the energy that we have from this spirit is the Chariot, the number 7 as an overall. And the energy of 2025 is the number 9. So what we can do now is the energy of the year and the energy of our reading, how it comes. So it comes to the number 7 and 9. Is the number 16 is the Tower. There will be changes, and there could be even a change of house because the Tower is also about that. And I think we have had a tower before, isn't it? Yeah, I was talking about the tower, a change there. Okay, let's show the tower here. Okay, the tower is quite an interesting card. And so let me show you properly. So you see there is distraction, there is people falling, and normally you got the crown, and the crown is also falling from the sky. Well, it happened. It's quite traumatic, no? But actually, sorry, the tower is about change. If it's physical change, it's about changing home or changing a space, or maybe if you work in an office, changing office space. This is about changing. And also, more in a psychological way, it's about putting down walls, breaking down old paradigms, starting from scratch. So, in a more, I would say that in a more spiritual way, is sometimes we have to break through with certain things, even certain people. And sometimes it has to be made abruptly, cannot be made little by little. At some point, it has to become abrupt. And this is about the tower. So the overall energy that we have completed now is the tower. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below when you see this video. When it's as soon as it's recorded, it's live. Sorry, it's live now, but it will be recorded, and you will be able to watch it. So let me know in the comments below what you're thinking. If you would like a reading with me, go to my website www.tarotpolitan.com. So like this video, subscribe, because I'm going to do a lot more interesting readings coming this year, also covering current affairs, covering eclipses, covering doing readings each full moon, and forecast monthly and quarterly, and solstice forecasts, and many other things that I want to do this year with you. With you as part of Tarotpolitan. I'm so happy to have you here today, the 1st of January 2025. Have a lovely, wonderful, magnificent new year. I wish you all the best for this new year. You take care. Let me in the comment below what you reckon about this reading. Thank you. Mwah. Bye bye.